Alright, so as I continue to start piecing together a video of going through the engine work on my 1992 YJ OM617 Mercedes diesel swap, I'm going to quick show you how to properly set an engine up on an engine stand. It's really simple, really easy. You just have to be cautious, you have to just play it safe, and if it doesn't look like it's going to work, it's probably not going to work. So, this motor is about 700-800 pounds. The engine stand's a Harbor Freight 1,000-pound rated stand. It should do the job just fine. I've had multiple motors on this. Pretty good. So, yeah. Follow along and show you mount one of these bad boys. Alright, so to continue preparing this engine, I'm going to get it off the floor onto a engine stand. That way I'm not, breaking my back trying to do stuff, and be easier to work on it like a normal height for normal human beings. So of course, because I don't have a multi-$1,000 bolt bin on hand, it means I got to go run out and go get hardware. I need whatever this size is, but total of 4 inches long. So I can go through the bell housing adapter into the engine block and onto the engine stand adapter. So run over to the whole Lowe's depot and get something. Alright, got my hardware. They're 10 by 1.5 metric bolts. They're 100 millimeter long. I also grabbed 4 large fender washers. So, I'll show you how to set this up. Alright, first things first, I'm gonna loosen up those 4 bolts. Alright, now they're loose, and then you can go to the back of the motor. I don't know how well it's going to work. Never put one of these on this engine stand. So, I always go for the top 2 bell housing bolts if available. Some motors are weird and not going to work as well. And then I'm going to go to the widest, hard to explain, but another set of bolts that aren't like here or here. I'm gonna go a little bit lower on the motor. Right there are fine. They go through the adapter. The bottom 2 go into the oil pan, while the top 2 go straight in the engine block. That should work out fine. And some motors it's gonna be difficult, some motors it's gonna be impossible, but you're gonna wanna generally get it centered on the crank this way, and a little bit above the crank this way, because you got the weight of the cylinder head up top. This has some other things here too, but in general you're going to want just a little bit above the crankshaft, and it should be balanced out well enough that you could work with it. So I got it pretty well centralized, about as well as I'm going to be able to get it on here. Like I said, some motors are super easy, some motors are pain. Just tighten these up. Alright, that should do. Got it, the mount on the back. Next, got to pick the motor up with the engine hoist. In this instance, the heavy duty strap works pretty well because it has a eye up front, an eye way back down there. And you can put that there like so, when it picks it up. Pressure from the straps, but it's better than like pressure on the cam on the, I'd rather have it on the valve cover. But really, it does a pretty good job of not damaging the valve cover. Next thing you're going to do is get that up as relatively high as you can. You don't need to go super crazy, but you want it a little bit taller than the engine stand itself. and you want to jam it on home. And then use your bolt or pin if you're not an idiot and didn't lose your pin. And you jam her in there. If you're lucky, you'll find the second hole. If there is one, it'll put down in nice and evenly. So from now, you go slowly and just see how the engine stand takes the weight. This engine stands rated for 1,000 pounds. This engine, fully dressed, about 7 to 8. That's about there. Gonna take the strap off completely, give it a good bounce, and looks surprisingly stable. Yeah, that's not bad. I thought it was going to sag a little bit more than it is. So in essence, this is how you put an engine on an engine stand, and you're good to go. Just make sure all your hardware is tight, and if it looks like it's going to fall, it's probably going to fall. So just remember, keep your pin, make sure your wheels have cotter pins on them, because I've pushed an engine stand before and wheel come off and timber. So yeah. Just, if you got a really heavy engine like this, it's always advisable to have a second person there, especially when you're barring it over to, say, work on the oil pan or something. Just having somebody there to help stabilize it, it's a lot easier than trying to pick up an engine off the floor. So, it's going to be about it for this episode. We're going to continue throughout the next few weeks getting this engine ready to go into my 1992 YJ. So if you want to follow along that, hit that subscribe button. All right, until next time.